morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world, okay? And that life is treating you so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright. Well, they are. They'll be even brighter in a minute, my delicious little babies. Just got to twizzle them around. We're having a party. Okay, take the notice from our little lovelies. Now, the time is now 5:15 in our old England today. My lovely little beautifuls that you all are. And thank you so much for any views or for any likes on my videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you also, okay? Now then, what am I going to say? I'll just get these out of the way, then I'll just have a little quick natter. And then I'm going to go. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'll get everything out of the way first. Sending peace, love, harmony and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay? And how I love you all so. And whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, okay? Please have a super duper and delicious time. You only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then. First video that I'm advertising, my little beautifuls. This is on YouTube actually, okay? So this uploader, now I've advertised him many times before. He's also on BitChute, okay, my delicious little babies. He's also on BitChute, okay? Now, if you was to please and thank you, should anybody happen to have an interest, please and thank you type into the old space bar in old YouTube, Sanity, then the number 4, then Sweden, but it's all together, okay? So it's Sanity for Sweden, okay? And he's also on, like I just said, BitChute as well. And I have advertised him many times before with anybody not in that way, okay? He happens to have on YouTube, this is his channel on YouTube, he happens to have 64.7 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? Because he went through a stage, he got a little bit cheesed off with YouTube, mind you. I suppose we've all been there at some time, haven't we, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, my delicious little babies. Now, the video should read, unexpected, Aus, as in Australia, politicians facing the fact that people are, we do not like this word, my delicious little babies, because we seem to be hearing rather a lot of it, are dying. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Unexpected Aus, politicians facing the fact that people are dying. Yes, my delicious little babies, yeah. Facing the fact. Just joining the dots, you see. Lots of dots. Because you see, I mean, this is like 4 years now, isn't it, my delicious little babies, do you say? So, they've been a little bit, let's just say, slow on the uptake about it, haven't they, my delicious little babies? But we're experiencing it here in our old England, and other countries are also experiencing the same thing now. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, you've got born in the USA, yeah. You see, what happens is these seem to do all these things now, and well, it appears to myself, as I'm sure that it appears to yourselves, my delicious little babies, that these ones who commit these awful crimes, because there we are, because that is what it is. It is a crime, there we are, and it is murder. That is what it is, my delicious babies. I'm never going to shut up about it. No, I am not. Because I believe that we need to talk about this. I mean, look at how many have lost their lives through this, my delicious little babies, do you say? And of course, had they have known that this, you know, was experimental, they would never have taken it. Do you see what I mean? I mean, there's so many stories I could say, my delicious little babies. I will tell you a couple anyway. So that's on YouTube. So Sanity for Sweden, it's very rarely he ever does a long video. It's very rarely, okay? I think this is only about, is it 6 or 7 minutes long or something like that? So it's not very long, my delicious babies. But, you know, he just explains, you know, what he's heard or what he's read. And then, of course, he puts it then on his videos. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, do you say? Now, the next one, this is also on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? This upload happens to have 496,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, so 496,000 subscribers. If you could please and thank you type into the old space bar, this is just over an hour long, my delicious little babies. Zach space Harley, as in I'm highly delighted. Do you see what I mean? Like that. Highly, yes? That's his name, Zach Harley. And the video should read, this is on YouTube, like I've just said, my delicious little babies, okay? I just quit medicine. Why I left. Okay, my delicious little babies? So I'll just repeat once again for you, shall I just quit medicine. Why I left. Okay, my delicious little babies. So yeah, so I haven't seen any of your man there's other videos. I haven't, and I'm just being honest, okay? He came up on my feed. So, and then I started to listen to him and I thought, right, okay, so he's dedicating that particular video that he's doing, he's dedicating it solely to do why he has now left medicine. Okay, my delicious little babies, and he explains all of the hours that he studied, you know, he explains all of that, my delicious little babies, okay? So I can only assume that he got to 496,000. I don't know whether it's him or, you know, because like I said, I've only watched one video, my delicious little babies. Well, I've got to be fair, I was only like about a quarter of the way through, so I'm only being truthful, my delicious little babies. But it's come up on my feed, and the way that we are, I see it, there must be a reason why here. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because this is what happens. I've never ever seen your man there before in my life. Do you see what I mean, okay? So, but this is what YouTube does. That's what they're done doing now. At times, you know, things pop up on your feed, and you've never seen them before. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yeah, but again, we got to look at this, okay? So, and I'm not even going to say, I'm not being nasty, I'm not even going to say that, my delicious little babies. I'm just going to be, there we are, done saying it the way it is and truthful. So, your man there's probably made, you know, ka-ching, 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 rather pretty pennies over his years now. Do you see me? So, he talks about why he left, but like I said, I'm only a quarter of the way through it, okay? But I'm pretty sure that he would have made his, there we are, his ka-ching. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So why didn't some of these doctors and nurses, why didn't they leave well before, say the old pandemic or something like that now then, do you say? So one's really, I feel, have to really question, there we are, go all cold, do you see what I mean? Okay? And, you know, but like I said, some they choose there we are, timing, shall we say, my delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, if somebody's interested in watching that video, then fair enough. But I've just put it up there. But to be perfectly honest with you, It's still on my YouTube thing, but I just think I'll only just stick to, you know, that quarter of the way through. But I've mentioned it, there we are, for a reason, okay? So maybe there's other doctors out there or other nurses out there. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? And maybe, I don't know, do you want to take a listen or something? I don't know. Okay? It's entirely up to whoever it is, isn't it, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, the next one, my delicious little babies. Now, I do mention them are Richard Verves, our lovely Richard Verves, not in that way, and his lovely dear little wife, Julia, to be. She's not on this video, my delicious little babies, okay? But, you know, I always, because they're always, do you know what I mean? They're very much a together couple. God bless them. They're pretty much like our lovely Naughty Natalie, our lovely Redacted, you know, with little Natalie, our lovely little Natalie and lovely little Clayton. Do you see what I mean? The similar thing now, do you see what I mean? They're very, very, what do we call it? What's my words? Couple-ish. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Okay, so I'd just like to address them, you know, that they're together. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. Anyway, and Richard now is up to 238,000 subscribers, my delicious babies, which of course, you know, he has been demonetised a while ago. So, you know, if anybody wishes to listen to any of his videos, and because he does tend to get some really, really interesting, there are very interesting guests on my delicious babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay. You know, maybe you would like to contribute in some way. Do you know what I mean? And that would also be very helpful as well, because I mean, the way that I see it is, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's not just about coming onto a camera. No, it isn't. You know, it takes organisation, it takes time out of Richard's and little Julia's time and their guests' time. You know, it's not just a 5-minute thing, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? Not to mention, you know, all the equipment, especially with the larger channels, you know, and all of the equipments that they have, you know, which would have cost a ka-ching, 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 you know, a pretty penny, wouldn't it, my delicious little babies, do you say? So there's a lot that goes into it, you know, the channels. But he was talking today, and this is on YouTube, so you only have to type in Richard space Verbs, my delicious little babies, please and thank you, should you have an interest. Video should read, German new medicine explained. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you. German new medicine explained. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's a really, really interesting video, and it's about an hour long. Okay, you see, I personally, this is just me personally, I have certain channels that I listen to. Okay, and I was advertising from months ago. So there's certain channels that I listen to, okay, and I've been happy to advertise anybody. I do it as a hobby, there we are, and it is for free. Do you know what I mean? And I'm always happy when everybody's, there we are, their numbers rise. Do you know what I mean? Because that makes me feel better as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel as if I'm doing something, there we are, useful. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Do you say? But this gentleman here, who Richard, God bless him, is talking to, he explains, that doesn't mean no. Just got an itch. Is that a surprise? Okay, my delicious babies. Well, he explains the different way to look at things now. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it's like the common cold, isn't it? So we got the common. Oh, seem to be stumbling there, my delicious babies. Let's rewind and start again. You got the common cold. Well, all it is basically, there we are, is detox, isn't it? So there we are. So your body is just detoxing. So, say for example, whenever I've had a cold, you know, in my decades, I do not take anything. I'll use the fresh, you know, like grapefruit, fresh grapefruit, fresh lemon, pineapple, although I'm a bit fussy with the pineapple, and the reason why I say it is because, you see, whereas many years ago, fruit and vegetables and, you know, so forth, used to be seasonal, okay, but these days not. You know, and there are certain fruits. I could name some, but I'm not going to. Some fruits which, well, I mean, I've just named one, haven't I? Pineapple, okay? Which, let's just say, they're not supposed to be in that season. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yet it is. So, you know, sometimes I will then prefer to either have pineapple rings, you know, in juice. Do you see what I mean? And I'll have that because that is also an excellent antioxidant. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So I do things like that now then. And I also use something, I'm not going to say it, my delicious little babies, because I did mention it once. And now all of a sudden, there are many places that are discontinuing this particular product, what I'm talking about. Okay, my delicious little babies, but it happens to have a lot of natural, ingredients. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, and that, you know, can stop you, put it this way, it kicks in very quickly. I don't mean physically kicking, you know what I mean? It's just a figure of speech, my delicious little baby, but it kicks in super duper very quickly. Do you see what I mean, okay? So it means that ones would not need to go to your not so friendly quack quack. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? In fact, I've given some to a dear woman who I know down the road this morning because God bless her, you know, she works ever so hard, you know, she does caring and everything, do you know what I mean, okay? And I happened to be out walking with my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday because my beautiful and delicious little Maisie Moo can walk herself. And, you know, I noticed that she was not, you know, sort of dressed in her normal, you know, outfit that she would normally wear. And she said, no, she said, I've got, you know, to do it all with the sinuses. And I said, I tell you what, I said, please just let me walk my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday. I shouted over to her. I said, and I'll go back home. I said, and I'll go and get some things now. I said, then I'll come and knock on your door and give them to you. So that's exactly what I did. So I took her a carton of orange juice. I took her one grapefruit and I took her one lemon. And I took her these others because I've been sharing them. I've been giving them to somebody else as well. There we are, who really super duper needed them to help them, you say. And this is what happens. So when I get these particular packets of something, okay, I usually, you know, there's always somebody who I know to give them some, do you see what I mean, that they've really, really needed. There we are, them, do you see what I mean, okay? So that's where I feel that I'm helping, do you see what I mean, okay? And I just explained to her what to do. And, you know, and I just said to her, I said, if you want to get better, I said, then please just, you know, things like this now, you know, apple juice, orange juice, or fresh oranges, you know, grapefruit, fresh grapefruit, fresh lemon. You see what I mean? These are simple things. There we are, which, you know, get somebody better. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, you know, there's many things that one can do, you know, to, you know, just so that they can avoid, let's just say, going somewhere else now. But, you know, but this video, getting back to Richard's now, okay, and his dear guest, very interesting video there we are to listen to, my delicious little babies, okay. Now then, the final video, this video is only, 1 minute 32 seconds long, my delicious little babies. This on BitChute. So this uploader happens to have 828 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Oh, God bless them, may they prosper. Not, you know, I don't mean it not in that way, but may they prosper, okay? See, they're only a little baby channel, it seems, you see what I mean. Well, anyway, I'm an even more babyer channel, aren't I, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I mean? Yes, you see, with me, I would have probably far more subscribers, let's just say, if I stuck to what I was originally doing, do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? Of course I still do that, do you see what I mean? But it's just that, you know, when you talk about other things now that some just simple things do not lack, well, you know, it's like snakes and ladders, isn't it? So, you know, you go all the way up there, do you know what I mean? Just to find that you're flipping damn well slide back down again. Do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? This is what happens to me, you know what I mean? I've never ever done anything easy in my life. It's never been easy for me, do you know what I mean, okay? Maybe that's just the way I prefer it. I don't know. Do you know what I mean, okay? But I've always been one on my own, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? And I've always believed in what I believe in. But I also believe in listening, there we are, to banging videos. And what I mean by that is somebody, there we are, is talking damn well common sense. Do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? Yes, okay. So this final one here now, so another very good video to listen to, Mardelistic babies. Now, this final one, I'll tell you what they're called. I'm going to have to spell it out. This is the uploader on BitChute, the one with 828 subscribers, Mardelistic babies. When I looked at it, I thought, is that flipping for real? Do you know what I mean? Lababouche. You know, Lababouche. Do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? It's got a bit of a twang to it, hasn't it, Mardelistic babies, okay? But, you know, it makes you smile, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay? I'm just going to spell it out for you. Laba, it's all together, okay? Laba, Beuche. Okay, ma delicious little babies, Lababouche. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? I can actually flipping pronounce that. So that's a word I can pronounce for a change, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? I'm just useless at it. You know, it's like if I see something and I read it the way I see it. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But for some unknown reason, I don't know, they've done it for decades, haven't they? They dropped the, you know, I mean, it's like Pfizer, isn't it? I mean, you know, that should be an F, shouldn't it? So if I didn't know any, like, differently, Mardelistic babies, you know, I would have spelt it as F-R-Z-E-R. I wouldn't have put the P before it. I mean, what's all that about? It's like psychologist. So, well, you know, if you didn't know, then I would have spelt it with an S. I mean, why has it got a P on the beginning of its, Mardelistic baby? That's the only questions that I'm asking. There we are, Mardelistic babies. You know, that's all. Do you know what I mean? So why do you have a silent? You know what I mean? They call it a silent, don't they? Do you see what I'm saying to you, Mardelistic babies? So why is it silent? Just a question, isn't it, Mardelistic babies? That's why I've always said, there we are, look at the words. Do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies? Anyway, let's fast forward and get on with this. So this very last video, Mardelistic babies, it's only a shorty video. Yeah, it doesn't need to be any longer, really, Mardelistic babies. Should read, schools, children, I call them little bairns, children with the nasal spray, the sterilisation becomes depopulation. I'm just going to repeat that again for you, Mardelistic babies, you know what I mean, okay? Sometimes I'm just not very loud, if you know what I mean, even though I've got a flipping, you know, a gob like a foghorn. Do you know what I mean, Mardelistic babies, okay? You know, you may not see me coming, there we are, but you'll certainly, there we are, hear me coming. Do you understand what I mean, Mardelistic babies, okay? So I am very loud, but I just need to really say this louder, okay? Mardelistic babies, schools, children, which I would say little bairns, with the nasal, the sterilisation becomes depopulation. Yes, Mardelistic babies, okay, so now I'm going to close my book. Yes, I know all about this anyway. I was done saying this months ago. Yeah, and I was also telling others who I know, you know, who's got little bairns, or, you know, if they know somebody, there we are, who's got little bairns, do you see what I mean, okay, and God bless them, you know, there are many, God bless them, there we are, who are on the ball with this, do you see what I mean, Mardelistic babies, okay. I do not know where this was filmed, do you know what I mean, so I do not know where, It does not sound that it's in England, no, okay. But when you look at it, you know, it's very interesting, you know, because when you look at little bairns, little, you know, they're only tiny, aren't they? God bless them, yes. And then they go and sit on the little chair, you know, and then they've got that adult there. Do you know what I mean, Mardelichtig babies, okay? Well, I'll tell you something, and I'm just going to be done saying it, Mardelichtig babies. You see me, old-fashioned Jamaican saying, now there we are, I've got no skin on my damn birch race. You see what I mean? You see me, I'd knock your flipping man there straight off his effing chair now. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't get a chance. I swear to dear God, Jesus Christ and Nazareth, giddy God. Your man wouldn't flipping effing get up now. No. Do you see what I mean? Yes? And I mean it. Do you know what I mean? It's the way that they were doing it. It's such a tiny video, but you can just see. So one little bairn would go, then the next little bairn would sit down. Do you see what I mean? Okay, there was a couple of the little bairns I noticed, okay, where I could see that it's like, God bless them, it's like they were sort of trying to question, there we are, to try to question something in their little minds. I do not mean in their little minds, as in their little minds. I mean because they're only little, bless them. Do you see what I mean? That's what I mean by that. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, but there's a couple of them, God bless them, who you could see, you know, that their thoughts were, do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But, of course, they do not get a say. They're little babies, aren't they? So, do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so is this one of these situations now, because this has been happening for quite a while now, Mardelichtig babies, is this one of those situations now, yes, where, it's like they're telling the little bairns, do you know what I mean? You mustn't tell, shushy, you mustn't tell your parents. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, and this is happening from as young as the age of 4 Mardelichtig babies, okay? And this is very real. No joke, swear down. This is very serious indeed. Okay, Mardelichtig babies, okay? There's a lot of things that are going on in the schools. And like I said, I mean, if I had my time all over again, I would have, there we are, homeschooled. Definitely, there we are, 150% I would have done. No matter how difficult it got. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, there we are, I would have still have done it. Yes, okay? Because you cannot trust the schools these days, Mardelichtig babies, and we already know. Sorry, I'll keep stumbling here, but I'm not changing my video about the thumbprint and everything. They were doing it at the school when my youngest beautiful baby daughter, because they're both beautiful, but you know, when she was at school and they were doing that, and they said, oh, you know, to do this, and me and the dad said no. Said no. So, you know, if she wanted something to eat now, give it a ka-ching, or she could have sandwiches or whatever she wanted to eat. Was not an issue, do you know what I mean? I'd do that for her gladly, but the fact of the matter is no. Do you see what I mean, Mardelichtig babies? And of course, you know, you've got still, very sadly, you know, and that's a senior school now, it's awful what's going on in these infant schools, Mardelichtig babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, flipping putrid actually. So, you know, the point of the matter is that even to this day, there are a lot of parents who are just not, that I feel, paying enough attention to all of this, Mardelichtig babies, do you say? And that's not being nasty when I say that. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, but I flipping smelt, I mean, I love little rats. It's certainly a figure of speech for Mardelichtig babies. But I smelt a rat, there we are, from the damn beginning. I thought, what do they want your fingerprint for? Do you see, it just didn't make any sense, Mardelichtig babies, do you say? So I thought, I just said that she could stand in a queue to eat. And to be honest with you, my little youngest baby daughter, you know, any of my beautiful baby daughters, you know what I mean? They don't need to stand in a flipping damn queue and eat flipping sharp, flipping school, flipping food sharp. Do you understand what I mean, Mardelichtig babies, okay? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not shouting at you, Mardelichtig babies. There we are. It's just I'm very passionate about what I talk about. Do you see, okay? And with myself, you know, I'm not shy, let's just say, pulling teachers up now. Do you know what I mean? Because I have had to do that. There we are, over the years, Mardelichtig babies, as well as, there we are, doctors and nurses. Do you see what I mean? Because I will call it out for what it is. Do you see what I mean? So I'm not shy at all, and I'm certainly not backwards, you know, in coming forwards. Do you see what I mean? Mardelistic babies, I can well assure everybody of that. And anybody who knows me, there we are, knows that I will speak my mind. And, you know, if I feel something is unjust or wrong, I will, there we are, say. Do you see what I mean? Mardelistic babies, okay? But of course, you know, none of these had an answer anyway, Mardelistic babies over the years. No, they never. Do you see what I mean? Okay, because they do not like it. Say if a mother or a father, you know, come up and just tell them the way it is. They're not a liking. Do you see what I mean? Because they're brainwashed. But these teachers, I tell you what, they need to be damn ashamed of themselves. Do you know what I mean? You know, for what they're going along with. It's absolutely disgusting. There we are, and putrid. Do you say? Obviously, when Giddy God was handing out the brains, seemed to have, there we are, missed rather a lot out, it seems, Mardelistic babies. Do you not feel it? Because I do, Mardelistic babies. Anyway, very lastly, so I was out and about yesterday because I had to go and get some bits and bobs, okay? And first of all, I was talking to this dear woman now in the morning. And I thought, she looked, you know, so I said, are you all right? And she said, you know, so she closed the boot of her, you know, her car, you know, after a few minutes of us talking. And she was explaining to me that she'd had one, begins with a M, okay, ma? Delicious little babies, okay? And I'm not here to hurt, offend, or upset anybody out there who has very sadly taken, okay? So I'm not doing any such thing, anything spiteful or nasty at all. No, I am not. My heart goes out to everybody, apart from those who pushed it. Okay, my delicious little babies, I've got no skin on my birth trace, like I said, again. Do you know what I mean? That is how I feel. I'm not going to change. None of this be canned business. No, because there wasn't very canned when they were, there we are, damn well pushing out this shat. So no. There's no canned business with myself. Do you see what I mean? And there never will be. Let's get back to this dear lady now. This dear woman. So she was explaining that where she lives and on her road, just a little bit further up, there's an elderly couple, you know, in their 80s, you know, and that's good innings. Do you see what I mean? Mardelistic babies, okay? Especially in this day and age, okay? Mardelistic babies. And the dear elderly ladies, dear husband, God bless, okay? Well, he'd taken one and the next day collapsed in their garden and God bless him, passed over just like that. Okay, Mardelistic babies. Now then, so this dear woman, dear lady was telling me, you know, and I just said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. She said to me, well, this dear lady, dear woman now, she said, I tell you what, she said, I'm only, what she said, 59. She said, I feel flipping 89. She said, not so long ago, I broke my shoulder. She said, I've always been fit and well, me and my partner, you know. I would say, you know, boyfriend, but, you know, they brought out this partner business, didn't they, Mardelistic babies, anyway. And so she said they were always fit and well. But she said after having one, the M1, okay, Mardelistic babies, she said she had that, and now that they're saying now she needs a new hip. She said, and I've got to be honest, I feel really, really, she said, I feel unwell. Do you see what I mean, okay? And she was walking, so she couldn't walk very fast or anything, whereas before that she could walk, rewind and start again. She could walk perfectly fine, okay? Her friendly, not so friendly, quack, has been trying to get her in to have the flu. You see what I mean? And she refused, okay? But she refused after having the first one, you know, of what was going on, okay? Now, her boyfriend has been, you know, trying to get her, to keep stumbling on all of this Mardelistic babies, but like I said, I'm not changing my video, to try and get her to take, you know, and she said no. She said, why must I take something that I do not need? And plus she was telling me that she's got a friend who is very, let's just say she's very clued up. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so she's been listening. There we are. I should imagine to a lot of what her dear friend's been telling her. Well, God bless her for that. Do you see what I'm saying? And God bless her dear friend. Do you see? Okay, but that's one situation now. Then I'm still seeing an awful lot who they just do not appear to be looking very well at all. My delicious sick babies is absolutely putrid. There we are to see. It's really bad. So then I was catching a taxi home, okay? I was talking to a taxi driver, okay? Because if anybody knows anything, there we are, it's taxi drivers. I've always said that, my delicious babies, okay? And he was saying that before, you know, what we've been talking about, before something, yes, they used to have a lot of elderly clients, okay? But after, okay, very sadly, there is not very many, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, any longer here with us. Okay, my delicious babies. And of course, as most will know, well, I've known for decades anyway, that with the elderly, you know, sometimes they may want to go to knitting class, you know, some of them go to their little keep fit classes. Do you see what I mean? Okay, some of them, they religiously do their shopping every week on a particular day. God, yeah, do you see what I mean? Okay, so they would be, God love them and God bless any elderly, God love them all, okay, and may they all rest in peace. But they were usually very good business for taxi drivers. And I've known this for decades because my dad was a taxi driver back in the 80s, my delicious babies, do you say? You know, the earlier 80s, shall we say, do you see what I mean? So I already know this, you know, and you get your regular dear clients, do you see what I mean? But no, when the taxi driver told me, yes. Isn't that sad, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I mean? Because it's the elderly. And I used to love it when I used to do my care work because I used to just love sitting down and having a proper convo with them. Do you see what I mean? And then they'd get the little photographs out for some of them and they'd be... you know, their photographs of when they were young and when they were married and their family and, you know, lots of different things. And, you know, they'd be telling us about the olden days, you know, as we call it, you know, figure of speech. But it's true, isn't it? It's the olden days. And I could sit there for hours, do you know what I mean? And of course, God bless them, because when you do the care work, any carer knows this, do you know what I mean? For a lot of the dear elderly, you know, they would want to keep you with them for hours, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, they just love to talk and there's nothing wrong with that. Flipping, imagine myself, my delicious babies, when I get too old to me, I'm flipping like this now, so imagine what I'll be like when I'm elderly, do you know what I mean, okay? Anyway, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I never want to look it. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? And thankfully, okay, so I got me beautiful, dear little mama bear. Oh, I love you so. You know, my dear dad, God bless them, you know what I mean, for making me. And of course, their parents, you know, my beautiful, oh, how I love them so, Nanny and Granddad, you know what I mean? My little Nana and Granddad, yes, you know, for making me, you know. So I've got pretty good, what I would say, you know, younger looking, so to speak. Do you see what I mean? Not looking my age is what I really mean, okay? And I just feel truly blessed. There we are for that. And I really put it down to as well, not only that, but I also, because my beautiful little Nana Bear, she always looked younger than her years, a lot younger. Do you know what I mean? You could probably knock, you know, if she was 80, she'd probably look 60. There we are, no joke, okay? And with my beautiful little Mama Bear, you know, even up until, you know, when she passed, oh, how I love her so as well. Yeah, I love them. I really miss them, you know. Well, you know, she looked, you know, you'd have her down as what? She was 49. So, again, you could knock a good, you know, I'd say, yeah, 20 year easily. She never had one wrinkle, no nothing. She had absolutely marvellous skin. These the birth did. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? So, of course, we got that. And And then, of course, I would say that the other thing is it's laughing, because, you know, you've got to, there we are, be able to have a laugh. Do you know what I mean, I laugh at myself all the time, you know what I mean? Because I find things really funny. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. I mean, I could be outside walking my beautiful, delicious Ruby Tuesday, right? Or I could be in a shop or anywhere, do you know, and I'm just, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, then I could just, something could come to me, and I just slip in, it puts me in stitches. I burst out laughing, my delicious babies, right? But nobody else can see the joke here, do you see what I mean? But I can, because it's in my noddle. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? But, you know, but laughing is what does it, you know, because when ones just get stressed now, it's not good, is it? You know, I mean, we've all been there. I mean, I've had some flipping really stressed out times in my lifetime, do you know what I mean? Honestly, I swear down. You know, and I thought to myself, gosh, when is this going to end? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's never ending. But, you know, but if we can just say to ourselves, you know, and I believe that that's what the key is here. If we just say to ourselves, oh, well, you know, that happens and that's that. Do you know, there's nothing we can do about it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, there's very little anybody can do about it. So you just got to move on, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing else you can really do about it. And there is one last thing I want to tell you as well. So it seems that, well, I've just got the feeling, my delicious babies, okay, that this is starting back up again. You know, these bloody spying on me. Okay, there we are. Honestly. And this is not my paranoia. No, I am not paranoid. My delicious little babies, do you see what I mean, okay? And somebody's certainly listening to my videos anyway, because I said something the other day on one of my videos, yes, okay? And I know that they've heard it. And that's what I wanted. There we are. So I know. So it can only be whoever knows, you know what I mean, would know what I'm talking about. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? But yeah. So that was a good way of knowing, wasn't it? Walk straight into that one. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies. Do you see? Okay, well, you know, if that's what flirts their birth and makes them feel happier, you know, to send one spying on me, you know, for whatever reason, whoever this may be, okay? Well, I've just got to leave them just to it, do you know what I mean, okay? But like I say, just to let everybody know on my camera, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean, there we are, that I am clocking everything. Okay, my delicious little babies, I'm not talking to yourselves, my little beautifuls, okay? I'm sure to whoever it is, there we are, they will already know that I'm clocking everything. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So until my next video, thank you so once again for listening. Like I said, I'm not shouting at you, you know, at all. See, I'm stumbling again on this, you know what I mean? And I'm not here to depress, hurt or offend anybody, do you know what I mean? But we have to keep talking about things now, okay? We must not forget about it. There are so many out there who are forgetting that 2020 ever took place. There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you see them? It's like they're just forgetting about it. Well, I'm not forgetting, and neither are many others forgetting either, do you know what I mean? But the ones who are forgetting, I feel, is because either they've got stressed out lives already, do you know what I mean? God bless them. Or they're probably just too busy with everything else, do you see what I mean? But I just cannot, myself personally, understand how so many around the world can just forget about what took place in 2020. It's just beyond me. Really beyond me. My delicious little babies, do you say? Anyway, so until my next video, sorry that it's gone on a little bit. I wasn't, you know, wanting to go on for so long. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? But at least I got everything off my chest. Anyway, it's better out than in, my delicious little babies, okay? So you just take care now. So much love. God bless to you all always, okay? And tomorrow I'm going to see if I can do a couple of little reads, okay? But I've still yet to do my weeding. I've got the dear gentleman, the dear little wife, dear little husband, God bless. He's been round to see me today. I've already paid him ka-ching anyway, and he's came over to tell me that he will be doing my grass front and back either Monday or Tuesday, okay? So, you know what I mean? I could either leave it until then, you know, in case there's all bits that go everywhere, or I could do it tomorrow. My plan was to do it today. Do you see what I mean? Well, actually, my plan was flipping a couple of days ago. But what's happened is then something else comes in. Do you understand what I mean? My delicious little babies. And then, well, it just blurs everything else out the water. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, okay? So I'm going to try my best now and get it done tomorrow. Okay, my delicious little babies, this is what it's like, you know what I mean? It's just, that's what I said, there's just not enough hours in the day to do anything, my delicious little babies. I just do not know where the time flies, honestly, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so you just all look after yourselves now, my delicious little babies. Love ya, God bless, take care, goodbye.